Geek Dad Life presents Screen Geeks, a live TV and film talk show. Today we're going to be talking about and breaking down all of the big game Super Bowl trailers, including that wondrous Flash trailer. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Yeah. I'm Batman.
That's usually when I take my big drink before we start.
Take a big drink right now because I'll still do my little bit here. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Screen Geeks. My name is Jay, and with me, if we're talking screens, this is gonna be my good friend Ralph. Ralph, how you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing well. I gotta be honest, I don't even care about Indy 5 at this point.
Damn, that's sick. Because the last time we did like a big trailer, it was just that random week where all these trailers dropped.
Yeah,
like Indy was the thing we just couldn't, we were just gaga over Indy.
Yeah.
So you're saying that now after this Flash trailer, like Indy who?
I mean a little bit, but not. I mean, yeah. I sent you a message yesterday. I'm like, I'm gonna make a list. I said I'll keep a list as they pop up, and I'll send that to you.
Yep.
And we got pretty far, and I was like, this is pretty rad. But then when we got the Flash, I'm like, I guess I'll keep writing these down. And I mean, there's stuff on here where it's like, dude, we don't need to do. Are we really going to talk about Air?
I do want to talk about. I want to at least give at least a little bit of time to this list that you made, and I just I'll go through this list right now because I went and screen recorded every damn.
Okay,
game.
Then we'll talk about all of them.
But this is the list: 65, Cocaine Bear, Transformers, Guardians, Fast 10, Indy 5, Flash, D&D, Creed 3. And Air. So we will touch upon all of those. We're definitely going to spend more time on some than others, but we'll touch upon all of them. And then I think, Ralph, we should maybe just end with maybe our top three. I think probably I know what our number one is, but maybe top three trailers from the big game.
Got it ready. Got my top three.
Okay, perfect. But let's say hello to the chat. The chat is hopping even on Monday at noon o'clock Eastern time and morning time where you are, Ralph.
Yeah.
We got Scott D. We got you here in the chat. We got Lab Rat, Mike Giorlico. Really funny joke. Did I miss the trailer for this episode? We should have made a trailer, but that takes a lot of work. Riley Bob is here. Rick Shattered Glass, Crazy John T, Charlie Weaver, Lucha Johnny is in the house. Scott D, glad football is over. Pitchers and catchers report today. It's baseball season, and all good movies and shows are on their way to. And honestly, baseball movies are the best sports movies too, right? Like I feel we can say that.
I mean, there's like 3 hockey movies. I don't know. Yeah, I would say that.
If you had to rank them, baseball movies are the best movies.
Yeah.
I say there's not other good sports movies. Baseball's the best. All right, Adam E is here. Mikey Walsh, Matt Bush, Quip is here. Hung Wen is in the house. Boba Wave, Brian Brink is here too. Jason Reichert is here. I was catching up on Gita After Dark, but had to switch over to the live event. Well, thank you for being here. Crazy John T is. I'll do him again. Jeff Morris, highly articulated Ian J, Jace, and Giraffe, and more incoming. Thank you everybody for hanging out with us this now afternoon to talk about all of these trailers. So, Ralph, what do you? We have to start with the Flash, right? Like, I want to go in order.
I mean, yeah. Let's do this.
Okay, let's start with the Flash. Now, I recorded the long version. There was the short version during the Super Bowl. So I guess it posted an hour before the Super Bowl. I didn't know that though because it was kind of running around.
I didn't know that either.
Dinner and so I was just watching the Super Bowl and this trailer drops. And Ralph, just take me through how it hits you. What were you feeling? What was your initial reaction once you saw?
Well, I was waiting for this. This is the one I was waiting for. James Gunn said this movie's amazing. I kind of believe him.
Yep.
But he's not gonna go that hard. And then the fact that they canceled Supergirl.
Yep.
For apparently because it was bad, and the fact that everything surrounding Ezra Miller and what they're up to.
Yep.
I'm like, it must be good. If they're willing to release this, it must be good.
Yes.
And so I was pretty excited about it.
Yep.
Story wise, character wise, DC wise, I'm excited. Ezra Miller wise, it's a real tough pill to swallow. But I'm hoping I'm hoping A, they're okay.
Yep.
B, that they're doing like anything possible to sort of make amends or get things right for any victims or anybody involved. And so it's a little tough. It's a little tough to like be like, yes. But at the same time, Stevie was in the kitchen doing something, and as soon as the trailer started, I just yelled flash, and she came in, and we're like, because we don't have a DVR. We have like we cut our cable.
Same.
So we're watching this through an antenna.
Okay.
And you get like one shot at this. So
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
She just dropped everything, ran to the front, and was just like, my eyes were just like boggled the whole time.
Yep.
And then it said watch the trailer online now. But the problem is we're watching everything live. I'm keeping a list. I don't want to like shut off the game to go watch the trailer. So I at one point, as soon as the game ended, I had Toy Geeks on for like the last quarter on my phone.
Yep.
And then I popped on the trailer. I'm like, cool, let's watch the trailer. I didn't know that the online trailer was going to be so different what they showed on TV, including like Ben Affleck. And the thing that when we watched it, I went, oh my God, like really loud.
Yeah.
As soon as it ended, I just started saying, was that a blue and gray suit? Was that a blue and gray suit? And rewound it on my
gray suits.
No,
I
have no. I'll clear that up.
Okay.
The internet's wrong.
Oh, okay.
So the blue and gray suit. So you have an Apple TV, and YouTube isn't exactly the easiest thing to scrub through.
Sure.
And me trying to hit the half a second shot of this, it's coming up, the blue and gray suit of Batman. Like it's hard to scrub on this. I was doing it on my TV. It's before this. It's right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's blue and gray.
It's 100% blue and gray, and that's a yellow belt. That's essentially, I don't know what the extra armor is around him.
Sure.
But it looks like Jim Lee.
Yeah.
It looks like Jim Lee art.
Yeah.
And for years, I don't even know. I probably mentioned it on Screen Geeks before. That's all I want is a blue and gray suit.
Yep.
Batman.
You have.
Since '89, it's been a black suit in the movies, always. And I was hoping for the Batman 2, since he ends up becoming this sort of beacon of light.
Yep.
Him going, it's probably where we talked about it, going full on blue and gray suit Batman. Yep. And this is Ben Affleck. He looks awesome.
Yeah.
He looks like Jim Lee's Batman. And I kind of want this Brave and the Bold movie that was announced to be starring and directed by Ben Affleck.
Yep.
Because they're doing the Damian Wayne storyline, and I think that would be amazing.
Yes. Yeah. I agree. The fact that we had the Batfleck reveal, and again, we kind of thought this whole thing is just not exactly the same, but main story points, and it kind of showed it in the trailer, are going to be following the Flashpoint kind of storyline from the comics, right? A little bit different, because I think in that one, when he goes back in time, like he assumes the body of Barry, right? Like there's not two Barrys.
Yeah.
And he has to like get his powers back or whatever. But so it's kind of that, and it is different, but the main beat seems similar. So it seems very much so that, yeah, we're going to have the Snyderverse Justice League maybe start out there, and then he goes into this other timeline where his mom's still alive, and in that one, there's no
Keaton's Batman he's in that timeline.
Exactly.
Like Earth, let's call it Earth 89. And if they call it Earth 89, that would be really great for everybody. Everybody's going to love that.
Absolutely.
So, in Earth 89, though, there is another Barry Allen, and that's John Wesley Shipp, which I also hope shows up. I'm going to tell you, this trailer, the fact that they did show Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton was to kind of calm down the Snyder guys. Because I mean, you can't argue with this. Like, they're getting their Flash and their Batman.
Yep.
They're not taking away Ben Affleck by putting in Michael Keaton.
Yep.
So that's nuts. I want more Batman. Like, I want to see
Batverse. We're just like,
did you see? Well, did you see there was a Ninja Turtles animated movie that came out in like the 2000s or something?
Yes, where they had
they showed like every version of the Turtles.
Yep.
I want to see Flash running through the Speed Force, and I want to see Adam West. I want to see Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Bring like, get a scene with Pattinson. Like, let's just say it. This is the perfect thing, and this could all be just inserts.
Yeah.
Let everybody know that all these movies matter, because that's all we've been hearing since James Gunn took over and says he's resetting the slate.
Yeah.
Was that, then why am I watching these next 4 films? Why am I watching Blue Beetle, Shazam, and Aquaman 2? It doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
But this movie hopefully will say it all matters.
Exactly.
It all matters. And by, it can appease all the fans. And it's kind of the way this trailer looks and some of the stuff that I heard, I feel like this is going to be what maybe we wanted from Multiverse of Madness.
Yes. Yeah.
Like Doctor Strange, we were hoping for like Sam Raimi doing psychedelic stuff, and it's going to be a Multiverse of Madness. And we got like one other Earth, and which was cool because we got
a brief moment with a bunch of different universes with absolutely.
Yeah. But I mean, this feels like Barry says he's traveled everywhere, and in every universe, his mother dies.
Yeah,
with the exception of this one, which I'm going to call Earth 89.
Yeah,
and it's just like, so let's see him.
Yeah,
even if it's quick flashes,
sure.
Let's see all of it. I want to see Ryan Reynolds in there. I want to see Brandon Routh as the Atom, as
we finally get Clark. To Routh's angle here. You want to see Green Lantern? No, I'm kidding.
No, but that's the thing is I want to see Halle Berry Catwoman.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't just like be like, hey, listen, there's a lot of history in DC.
Yes.
That's been going since the 60s.
Yeah.
And before that, there was Batman serials and Superman serials. Like, let's get into it. Let's just say everything matters.
I do want to put in some chats here. Paul's Draper's Plectrum. It looks like we're getting a lot more than a 5-minute cameo from Keaton. Very grateful if that's the case. Yeah, he is the Batman that is in this universe that Barry's staying in whenever he goes to this. I like your World 89 label there. Crazy John T. Zod was a surprise. That was surprising too. I guess he's without Soups there to stop him. Is he going to be the big bad, or is it another kind of just like, is there a bigger bad than Zod in this story, do you think?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're showing Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton and Supergirl in this, I mean, we saw him in the other trailer, but the fact that they're showing him that much in this, what are they holding back?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like you're going to have the full Snyder Justice League. You're going to have Gal Gadot. You're going to have all of them. Like, to me, you're 100% right, Ralph. Like, there's more than just what they showed, for sure.
Yeah. And with James Gunn in the mix, will they tease universes that we're about to see?
Sure.
His Gods and Monsters presentation, like, could we get like a tease of who the next Superman actor is going to be?
Yeah. Can I just say something that I really loved about this trailer? And I'm playing the director's name. Do you know the director's name off the top of your head? I know it, but I can't.
Andy Machete or Andy Machida? Andy.
Yeah, Machete. Like, I don't know well enough to.
He directed it.
Yes. Yeah. And something that I loved, and other people have called this out, so this is not an original take or anything, but I loved how it looked like when it was Keaton Bats, it had a very Tim Burton kind of direct,
Yeah.
like if Tim Burton was directing it when it's the Burton Bats. And then, but when it's, the Snyder type stuff, it looks like if Snyder, like he seems to be melding the worlds even in his directing style. And it's just clips, so we don't know till we see the movie. But it does, and maybe it's the music too. But I can't show too much without getting dinged. But just the whole intro of Keaton Bats is so perfect.
Right.
That I am going to show that because the music, everything, is just perfect.
Right.
I want to show that right now.
Oh. You are?
Yeah. I'm Batman.
Did he?
Like, that's a Burton shot. Burton, like, I just, like, that's perfect.
I mean, dude, it's been what, 34 years?
Yes. Like, come on. Like, that felt like you took that shot straight out of Batman Returns when he like jumps off the building and stuff like that.
Right. I want Clooney and Kilmer in this movie.
Sure,
why not?
But I
do like,
I don't want them at the expense of more Keaton Bats, because like I feel like
I want this to be like Back to the Future 2. I want Flash to go into Batman and Robin for 20 seconds.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. A montage of DC's yeah.
Right. I still was gonna just you have the Elfman cues, the Elfman sting. It's like the little piano, like, high notes on the piano, but then it just go bah, 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 bah. It's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Ralph, I mean, you're a score junkie. Like, what about just and it may not be the cue that's in the movie because it's a trailer, but like, what do you think about the Elfman cues there?
It's promising them.
Yes.
It's probably, they better be in the movie. I guarantee you, I can guarantee you 100%. I think Christoph Beck is doing this score.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you Danny Elfman said yes. I mean, I guess it's ultimately up to Warner Brothers.
Sure.
But I guarantee you Danny Elfman was involved.
Yeah.
I like Danny Elfman used Williams' Superman theme.
Yeah.
And Elfman, he did his own Batman theme for the Joss Whedon version of Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what if this movie makes both of those versions, canon?
Yeah. That's like, fine by me. Well, but so you're saying makes the
they should both exist as different universes that are just slightly different.
Okay, because before it's the 1 through Batman and Robin are supposed to be canon. They just had different people playing. Like, it was one story. But you're saying this movie says no, the Burton verse is there, and then the both the Val Kilmer and the Clooney Bats are there.
Val Kilmer could have gone out with Vicky Vale as well.
Yeah. No, I like that.
And they have the same Alfreds. Like their Alfreds are like in the same timeline.
Yep.
But can you imagine like the Flash popping in to a fight in the 66 Batman? And like if they CG up like
the pow, bam.
Like but do it like totally like give Flash have his suit turn into like a 60s style outfit.
Oh,
with, like, spandex. But like have it be like Forrest Gump. Like I want Flash Forrest Gumping the entire DC universe.
Yeah.
This trailer definitely has promise more than I think Multiverse of Madness. I think they're really going for it.
And even if they
I
don't,
hope they are.
even if it's just what we saw in the trailer, I'm going to be over the moon, to be honest. Like,
and this is from the writers of the first 2 MCU Spider-Man films,
which are really good. So yeah, to me, Really excited for it. And you're right, there is a bit of like, but you have to kind of, the whole Ezra Miller situation.
Yeah.
But it looks like, they are putting in the work, like they're trying to get their shit together, for better word.
Yeah.
So I hope they can, I don't know if there's anything you do to like maybe change it back to where everything was what it was before, but if you're working hard and you're trying to, make up for
Yeah.
mistakes, then that's better than not doing that. So
Yeah. Lucha said that canon is overrated. I agree, but if this will put people at ease, great. Because I don't mind that DC's everywhere. I don't mind that Pattinson's Batman while we have a movie with two different Batmen. But if this movie can be like, tell all the people who are really sticklers about canon, if they could say, hey, listen, this all falls under the umbrella. And like, I think they did it on CW.
Yeah, exactly. They did it with the Arrowverse thing, because they even had a little like thing showing the Keaton Bruce Wayne in a newspaper. They kind of just, they did it a little bit, but this is actually like going all the way. So there's another bit about why I mentioned the two blue and gray suits, Ralph. So is this what you're saying people are mistaken?
Is it it's the vault, right? With all the suits on?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'll explain this to.
But also, can I just say, I hope this director also does a Superman movie, because like there's just a lot of good Supergirl, Superman, super person shots.
James Gunn's doing it.
He is. He said he's doing it. He's not going to give it to anybody else.
He's writing and directing it, and I trust him, dude.
Yeah,
like if he can make, I mean, if you look at his Suicide Squad, like if he could take like the least cared about characters in the DCU and make them likable.
That's true.
And also having a really light tone considering how dark and violent it is. Like, man, his Superman might be, it's going to be pretty great.
Is it before this then?
It must be before it. So I'll explain how the suits work. So the suits, it's a really dark shot.
Yeah.
And it's lit with blue light. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people have taken the shot, adjusted it, lightened it. Mm-hmm. But when they light it in Photoshop or wherever they light it, the blue light gets accentuated where the blue light's hitting. So I think it's all black suits, but the lighting from above is blue. And so when you raise the contrast and brighten it, the blue gets accentuated and they look like blue and black suits.
Okay. Oh, it's only in the game spot. Okay, so it's not here. All right. Well, anyway.
Was it not in? It's not in this one.
I guess I could have sworn it was this one. Whatever.
Maybe not.
Still, like, because here's the thing, Ralph. Like, I don't know about you, but on the playground growing up,
right?
The conversations you had with your friends are much like the ones we have here on the internet, on your podcast or whatever. Mm-hmm. Or it was like early water cooler talk. And I just remember being, after the Burton Bat films had already kind of come and gone. I mean, maybe this is around the time like post Batman Forever, maybe pre Batman and Robin, or even as older, as a young adult during the Nolan films. I always felt like I was, not to be a hipster about it, but I always felt like, nah, Keaton's still the best. Keaton's the best, man. He's the coolest. Like he's the coolest Batman. And I knew it was probably mainly nostalgia speaking for me, just because that's the one that like made me fall in love with Batman, even though I love all Batman variations. But I just feel like it's so cool that for all these years later, like Keaton is back in the role, not doing a little cameo, like playing Batman. And it's just something that the second he wasn't playing Batman anymore, the second, I remember hearing on the radio, he wasn't going to do the third Batman movie. I was like, oh man, I really love him. Like, I wish he would keep doing it. And from that point on, like whatever that was announced, so over 30 years or whatever, like it's, I don't know, it's just so cool that he's back in the suit.
Yeah. And I like that it's like an upgraded suit.
Yeah.
Like it's not the same suit.
No.
there's an evolution here.
Yeah.
And it just looks right.
Yeah.
Like, and the fact that he's been wanting to do it, you know,
Mhm.
hopefully this gets him excited. I wouldn't mind Burton coming back
Yeah.
and doing Batman Begins, or not Batman Begins, Batman Beyond.
Sure. Give me Batman Beyond. And James Gunn has said, like, you can have Elseworld stories that aren't in the prime new canon that is.
I'm number one guy where I'm like, I'm tired of Batman. There's too many Batmans. But this Batman I could use more of.
Yeah.
And then Ben Affleck, I think, I mean, listen, Ben Affleck, say what you will about those movies, but when I read the comics, I think Ben Affleck's the closest to the comics. And just seeing him in this trailer, I'm like, he's just Bruce Wayne, and he just feels like Batman.
Yeah.
The way he holds himself. Dude, it's my two favorite Batmans in one movie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind my third favorite, which is Adam West. I wouldn't mind him being in there. So.
Rest in peace but it would have to be like, a Rogue One, Peter crushing kind of thing. Would you be okay?
But if it's literally like a 10-second fight as he's traveling through the universes.
Sure.
Like if Flash comes speeding through, kapows somebody in like a spandex outfit from the 66. Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Or you just reuse a clip, so it's already his performance, and you just kind of
you can reuse the clip, alter it in a 3D space.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely doable. But if I see a kapow come out of the Flash's hands, I'll be very happy. I'll be very happy. And there's humor in this trailer, so I feel like they're ready to just go for it.
As long as it doesn't like kill the story. But again, if it's like a quick kind of thing, I think it'll work. Crazy T, Affleck as Batman. I liked Affleck as Batman way more than I thought I would. I always thought he would do it well, because like an older Batman, but still a mobile and a perfectly capable Batman. I thought he would do it well, and I thought he did really well. And I kind of agree with Thunderhouse Design here. Affleck's a good Batman. He's had very crappy roles in movies, but in Batman versus Superman. Like the Batman parts, I freaking loved in that movie.
Yeah,
they were cool. Like he was scary, like his Batman.
Yeah,
movie, right.
It's Scott D's comment real quick.
This one.
Yeah. So like he says, Adam West is set in set in the 60s.
Sure,
but I
he's
mean,
time traveling. Like he can do.
He could time travel, but B also like, who's to say that all dimensions are happening exactly at the same. Earth existence.
Yep.
So that dimension could just be, 50 years behind or whatever it is now.
Love 60. This, Charlie. How weird is it seeing Keaton Bass in broad daylight? Him with the snow contrasting was weird.
Yeah. No Arctic suit though.
I know. See, that's, and Dole was kind of touching upon that yesterday on Toy Geek, or maybe it was the after show. But like, and it probably way too deep a cut, way too hokey, but it would be fun to see him like rock an Arctic suit, just like, or to the camo suit, any of the classic Kenner, paint variants.
Yeah.
Scotty, don't you disagree with me, Ralph?
Hey, you don't want to have fun by showing a modern day Flash in 66. I mean, how fun is that? Because I mean, you do that, you're getting Linda Carter in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's do this. Let's make this a celebration of DC.
Yeah. Mike Giarlico, just seeing any Batman in the last 30 years in daylight. Yeah. I love that meme where they have the image from like each Batman movie. It just gets darker and darker. And then you have
2025.
Yeah, just black. Can't see anything.
Yeah.
But let's see. Best scene with Keaton is when he's Bruce walking through the figure on the steps of City Hall. When the Joker's goons are shooting and everything, and everyone else is ducking for cover. He's got a lot of really good scenes. Like, when I get nuts, let's get nuts. Like, there's just, he did a really good job, I think, of playing both Bruce Wayne and Batman. And
I mean, look at that. That's
so
Batman.
it
It looks so good.
It's Batman. Quip. So basically, Ralph, I think is what you're saying. You want this to be a DC version of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, just like everybody's in it.
Why not? Like, I think I said the same thing about Multiverse of Madness. Like, I wanted Lou Ferrigno.
Mhm.
I wanted old Howard the Duck. But I feel like this one is actually doing it because all the multiverse stuff they hid from us
Yeah.
in the trailers for Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
They didn't show us, like, they teased Professor X with his voice and stuff. But
Sure.
if they're just flat out going to show us two Batmans and a Supergirl we're not used to, and like just, and he says, I've gone to every dimension and I stopped at this one because, like, show that, just show that.
Rick Shattered Glass Jazz. Let's be real. Last night DCW said trailers. Okay, hold my beer. I'm around you. Flash movie is epic AF. Marvel I have Hulk, but DC has Keaton.
Yeah.
Sky T's a little nervous about Kara Supergirl in this, but so far I think she looks badass. I think same. I didn't really know what to expect, to be completely honest, but she looks freaking cool. Like I'm cool.
And you have the two Flashes flying the Batwing.
Yes.
With Supergirl flying next to it. Like, how nuts is that?
Like
that's insanity, guys.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at it's the Batwing. It's a new style.
Bigger Batwing, right? Because it can fit multiple people.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like she looks good. She looks the part.
Looks,
you know,
like this looks cool. This looks really cool.
But yeah, the Batwing.
Oh, and it looks like they're flying in the desert. Are they going after Zod? I
would guess, right? So,
man, look at this. Come on.
Are you not entertained?
I can't imagine anyone just being like, this trailer's stupid. I mean, other than
I haven't seen anybody say, again, aside from the fair Ezra-ness of it all, that's fair. But aside from that, how, like, what is there not to hate on in this, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Quip. She looks phenomenal. I think she looks great. So excited. All right.
Yeah. And Grant Gustin better be in here. I feel like that's the biggest no-brainer.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, that is the Flash. Which one should we do next, Ralph? Should we go like some weird random one, or should we go indie? What do you think?
Let's talk indie.
Okay.
Because it was a TV spot. It wasn't like
it
didn't link to a bigger trailer.
No.
It didn't. Yeah.
But we already had like the longer trailer, unlike the Flash, which only had like the little teaser. Just gave us, already had a trailer, put some meat on the bones.
We get some good shots of that Batmobile.
Whew, whew.
Have we met? My memory's a little fuzzy. Are you still a Nazi?
I love that.
This is good.
What are you like? I'm excited, and still the youngification of him, the youngifying. It looks good, but you're right. You won't know till he starts talking how that's going to work. But thoughts. I mean, it didn't do much other than a little bit more, a few more quips.
It just reminded me that it's coming out.
Yeah.
But the parade looks CGE to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, listen, man, I'm gonna see it. It is weird. This is like 1989 all over again, huh?
Damn,
where's our Ghostbusters trailer?
Damn it, we needed to have Ghostbusters this year, and
and Abyss.
And you're right, we they did the Weird Al Yankovic movie too early. It should have been this year. I will. Yeah, that's the only one out of these.
Are we getting a new Honey I Shrunk the Kids?
God, they haven't gone back to that well, have they? I'm surprised.
I thought we were getting it. I thought they got Rick Moranis back. I remember.
And I will agree with you, Ralph. The one thing that looks very green screeny to me, like Crystal Skull, is the ticker tape parade. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Um,
That looks great.
Yeah.
The plane stuff looks good. Yeah, I mean, dude, who's he walking with there?
I don't know.
He looks really old. They both look like they're tired.
Shia LaBeouf.
Dude, listen, man, it's Indiana Jones. I think the thing is, I was so excited last time.
Yeah.
And like,
you already had your like,
disappointed.
hey, kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I meant like movie wise. In 2008, I was excited.
Okay.
And was let down a little bit. I mean, I like the idea. I think the execution wasn't very well done.
Yeah.
And I've done a rewatch of all of them recently, with the exception of Crystal Skull, which I'm actually kind of looking forward to revisiting. My whole thing is story structure. The fact that they show the dimensional beings at the beginning of the movie, like, kind of takes some of the piss out of the the big climax. And too many sidekicks in that movie. Too many sidekicks, too many like twists and turns as far as who's a good guy and who's a bad guy.
Also, like, it just didn't have that, at least to me, because we watched all of them as a family, like during the pandemic. Like, it was one of the, just got to find entertainment somewhere, and so like we went all the way through and that was the first time I had rewatched it since I saw it in the theaters. And it's not as bad as I thought it was, but still not as good. And to me, it was in that phase of Spielberg's career where I don't know, like not that he made bad movies or anything. He just didn't do that Spielbergian like wonderment kind of thing, like where he could just the way his positions were for shots, and he's so good at like framing and his pacing, and how he just like use movement in a shot to really like bring you in. Like, he didn't do that kind of stuff in it for me, and I think it was mainly because of all the green screen stuff. He just wasn't able to set up his shots the way that makes a Spielberg movie magical. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, two things on that. The first thing is the motorcycle chase through the college is probably my favorite part in the movie, because it feels like they really went out and did that stuff.
Yes.
And then second, go watch The Adventures of Tintin, because that movie is amazing. And is what Crystal Skull should have been.
Gotcha.
Like,
okay, I will.
And the fact that one's like completely CG. Was really interesting, because you can tell he just had full control of the camera and the action, and it works so much better in that movie than Crystal Skull, where it was like green screen.
Yeah, just it was devoid of his magic, like his touch that he could put on something. Whereas, his two most recent movies, West Side Story and The Fabelmans, like pure peak Spielberg magic. Have you seen Fabelmans yet? I
haven't seen it either.
Oh, yeah. I mean, both are great. Fabelmans is amazing. I absolutely loved it. But like, just back, or at least to me, it's like he is, I don't know, just in control of the camera more than in Crystal Skull. Felt like he wasn't as in control.
And he's not doing this one. James Mangold is doing it, who I believe was announced doing the upcoming Swamp Thing film.
Which that's high praise. I will say, even if I get it. I get it's easy to make fun of old man Harrison Ford here as Indiana Jones. It doesn't bother me too much, but I get it. But I'm not gonna dump on this till I see it, and even then I won't dump on it, because I'm excited for any Indiana Jones. But I will say, have you watched Shrinking on Apple TV Plus or whatever? Harrison Ford's great in that too. He's like, do you see? He basically in interviews, he's like, he was bored during the pandemic, so he like just said yes to everything that came in. So he's like, he's in Shrinking, he's in that 1923 show, like, but anyways, he's great in Shrinking. Interested in? Okay. What do you want to do next?
Anything. I mean, someone mentioned earlier that there was a new Transformers trailer. It was a Porsche commercial. It turned out being a Porsche commercial. But have we talked about that at all? Have we talked about the new Transformers?
Yeah, I think it was in our day of trailers the last time we did a big trailer episode.
This is the first time I've been excited for a Transformers movie in a long time. I love Bumblebee.
Bumblebee was great.
I love Bumblebee.
Bumblebee was great. But is the Leica Studios guy still doing this one, or is it somebody else?
It's got to be somebody else. Travis Knight. Travis Knight. I don't know if you know this or not. His dad like created Nike.
Oh yeah. No, it's there's that really good claymation stop motion documentary.
We both listened to Blank Check.
Yes.
And they went deep into that. That's where I heard it from, and I'm like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if Travis Knight's dad's one of the dudes like in the air trailer. Like
I would assume. I think he's the Ben Affleck is Travis Knight or his dad.
I don't know. That's funny. Big deal for Travis Knight.
But yeah, if you listen to the Blank Check with Griffin David, they did a mini series on
that was Kubo? No, which one was that? No, that was
Coraline.
It was Coraline, yeah, because they were talking about the movies of Henry Selick and that was a good episode.
But it's so exactly like he makes good stuff, but that whole situation
it's funny. I mean, I recommend go listening to the Coraline episode of Blank Check.
Is that the one where they dig into it a lot? I think it is where they dig into
it. Because that was the first Leica film, and just listening to Travis Knight being like, you appear to be like a spoiled kid whose dad owns or created Nike, or is the founder of Nike or the CEO of Nike, and taking his dad's shoe money to make a stop motion studio is so bonkers.
No, have his dad buy an existing stop motion studio.
That's right. Because they saved the dude who was making the California Raisins.
Yes, he was a legend, but he bought out that guy, forced him out of the company, placed his son as head of the thing. And so all of it's really yucky, other than he actually did make good things. So like, I guess that
he took a studio that was about to collapse and turned it into something very, very successful. And had the foresight enough to not direct the first one.
Yes.
He waited a couple. I think Kubo was his first. Kubo was amazing, by the way.
I know. It's the whole thing.
Talk about misty-eyed.
There's a documentary that's I can't remember what it's called, but it's recent. It dives into that whole thing. But anyway, okay, neither here nor there. Blank Check, Griffin and David, great show. Gotta have him on. Okay. Here's the trailer.
I mean, it wasn't. I feel like this is all footage that we saw from the trailer.
Other than we got Pete Davidson voice.
The name's Mirage. Come on. Give me a little tap.
I will say
some new footage.
There's some. I love Anthony Ramos, big Hamilton fan, and he was great in The Heights, the film version of it. So I'm excited for this movie.
Yeah, I'll go see it.
And
it's anything like Bumblebee.
Exactly. Like I loved Bumblebee. I thought it was a really good reset for Transformers after a lot of just bleh. And yeah, they did make Coraline Nikes. They're like really expensive. I looked them up because they talked about them on that episode as well.
Yeah.
But
it's like 3 hours. Their episodes are like 3 hours long.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
Because you can just listen.
Because you get all the information.
But you can just break it up. It's like I take with on my walks, my drives. Like it just, it'll last like 3 days.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
But yeah, again, it's quick. Other than hearing Pete Davidson's voice for the first time, I feel like Pete Davidson's kind of I don't know if he's divisive or just some people like hate him or don't get it. I like Pete Davidson. I think
I like Pete Davidson as a performer, and I feel like it's almost like Ben Affleck. For some reason, he's just constantly in the tabloids.
Yeah.
They like pick him to do that, to be that person.
Yeah.
And I'm like I liked him not so much on Saturday Night Live as much as his update segments. I like his weekend update segments a lot. He's like those Taco Bell commercials with him are great. I like seeing him, and he's just doing the voice, and I feel like he's a funny dude. And I would definitely much rather have a comedian playing a transformer, and then instead of like some badass action star, like
Mhm.
like I need Transformers to lighten up, and that's what Travis Knight did with Bumblebee, and
Yeah.
that looks like what's happening here with this. Yeah,
Also, I like out of all the cars, like I'm not a car person, but if I had just
right.
money to just throw away on on an old car, like those 80s Porsches with the big freaking spoiler on them, I would
Yeah.
love one of those Porsches.
Yeah.
Just, but red, I would go red. But there's those I've always thought since I was like a little kid, I thought those looked cool.
Yeah.
So I love that Mirage is one of those, and again, it sets it because I think this is in the 90s or whatever, but it sets it. I don't know.
It feels more like Bumblebee, like a continuation of that.
Yep. Yep.
And Optimus looks like Optimus, and
Yep.
Peter Cullen's still at it.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
I didn't even know who Pete Davidson was, so I was like, "Who?" When I saw people complaining about him, I watched SNL regularly, so I knew who he was.
Yeah.
But so it's you are right though. It's like he's one of those celebrities that a lot of people hate on, almost unjustly to a certain degree, right? It's like
It's mostly because he's has the opportunity to go out with a lot of very popular, famous women.
yes.
And like, can you begrudge the guy?
No.
So who cares? Are people mad because they're jealous?
Yep.
Is it just because it's baffling? Like, I don't know. He seems like a good kid. He lives with his mom. I don't know. Let the
He just
kid
has
have
the
fun.
energy. He has BGE on one, part of it, and then he just kind of, I don't know. He attracts the hot ladies, or like it may be like he got engaged to Ariana Grande, so then all the other hot famous people are like, well, if Ariana's interested, I
need to find out.
This,
I think we all know what the deal
is. But yeah, Ben Affleck. I felt bad. Like all the memes from the Grammys were really funny. But did you hear the story? Somebody that was a seat warmer that sat with them. J-Lo showed him pictures of them making fun of his looks like halfway through the Grammys, and he like cracked up laughing. So he probably played into it a little bit as the night went on, because the seat warmer said they were joking and having fun the whole time at that table. They were really nice, but it was just really funny how that all went down.
Affleck. There was 3 commercials with Affleck in it.
Yeah, the Duncan one was great. That one was funny.
Yeah.
But let's see, his Staten Island firefighter movie was, yeah, I like that movie. That was
I haven't seen it. I should watch it.
Judd Apatow one. It was very good.
Mm-hmm.
Pete Davidson is funny. Dudes tend to not like him because he contradicts that you have to work out and be hot and super handsome to get hot. That's fair. It's like he's just a dude.
I don't know. I bet you when they approached him to be Mirage, he was stoked.
Yeah. Come on.
I'd be stoked.
Who wouldn't be stoked to voice a Transformer? Like,
yeah. And Mirage is dope looking. Look at that car.
It's a freaking Porsche.
Yeah.
The only like car of our childhood that you maybe more it was like was a Countach, the Lamborghini Countach, like that crazy angular one.
Stevie's mentioned it in the chat that I've said a million times that I want an old brown Porsche. Yeah, a 928 was my favorite. The 928 Porsche. Oh man, those were great.
Is the 928? Is that one with the headlights that pop up, the more like 80s?
Yeah, and it had like a rounded. It had a rounded back. Yeah,
you can get those. I see them on Facebook Marketplace. You can get them for pretty cheap as far as a Porsche goes.
I mean,
they fall apart. You have to spend a lot of money.
My birthday is coming up. So, Stevie, you're watching, and you have till the weekend to get me that Porsche.
All right.
I don't want a Porsche.
Yeah, Ferrari Testarossa. Like it's the car poster cars.
Yeah.
All right, Ralph. What's next? What should we do?
I mean, how about this? Let's just let's get rid of Air.
We got 65. We got D&D. We got Creed. We got Air. We got Fast.
I think save Guardians for the last.
Okay, save Guardians for last. Okay.
Let's do Air since we're already talking about Nike. I mean,
cleanser, if you will.
it's a trailer that happened and looked really interesting. And what's funny is that this trailer with these guys talking about making Jordans, like it's a movie about inventing Jordans, which I'm
Directed by Ben Affleck. Like,
oh, I didn't know he directed it.
yeah.
Did they write it?
Maybe, I don't know. Like, here's the thing. Whether you're a sports fan or not, if you are in our age range, there was no bigger star, maybe movies or otherwise, than Michael Jordan in the 80s and 90s. Like he was like the cool. I mean, there was the I want to be like Mike, and the only time I was a big basketball fan was those Dynasty Bulls teams. Like that's when I watched basketball. Or I cared about basketball.
Yeah, I grew up a Lakers
Retired,
fan.
and I stopped caring about basketball. But anyway, so The Last Dance, that ESPN doc, is incredible. It's on Netflix. I highly recommend you see it. And there is the episode where he talks about, or at least from his perspective, this story. So, and the Air Jordan as a shoe, like it started what is like for us to collect toys or whatever, like sneakerheads, like, right. It is the thing that started the whole thing.
It's still going on, and he hasn't played for decades.
Yes. So like I know people are like, why are you making a movie about a sneaker? I was like, sneakerheads, like the whole Jordan thing, like I
gotta be honest. I gotta be honest. This trailer made me want to watch a movie about shoes.
Yeah. So let's play it now. I'll play a little bit of it. I want to get copyright dinged.
Yeah.
You know when you get a feeling? In almost 20 years, I've never had a feeling like this. You're gonna see exactly what I see.
Oh, there you go.
Greatness. I need the greatest basketball shoe that's ever been made.
What's the plan? We build a shoe line around just him. For a rookie who's never set foot on an NBA court.
But who's the player? Michael Jordan.
Woo! I am in.
The best part, Stevie, it said at the end, it said rated R. Stevie laughed because it's this movie about shoes.
But you got an all-star cast. Cast. And from director Ben Affleck.
Cool.
And like I'm here for it. For it. This is a great scene right here. It's
What does change? Because they are so very special.
A shoe is just a shoe.
Until my son steps into it.
Like so cool.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah. And if you watch the Last Dance documentary, it's kind of cool because you see that he said he wanted to be an Adidas guy. Like he wanted Adidas to be his shoe. Because his favorite basketball players, or one of them, wore the Adidas shoe. So that's what he wanted. But they were in disarray, and they told him like, we don't have it together enough to make you a shoe. And but Nike like went all out, and the rest is history.
Yeah. I think I owned 2 pair of Jordans.
I had Jordans in the late 80s, not like little kid ones. But I also, the Reeboks were the pumps. I had the pumps as well. When I had pumps. But anyways,
let's go. How about we do Creed 3?
Because
there really wasn't much.
It was quick
to it. But I'm so fired up, man.
Oh, I'm pumped.
Like I'm like the biggest Rocky fan, and when they said they're gonna do Creed, I'm like, oh, you're gonna mess everything up, and then they didn't. And then they talked about Creed 2, and I'm like, they're bringing back Drago, and I'm like, oh, you guys are gonna mess everything up, and they didn't.
No.
So I mean, just keep not messing it up, and I'll keep going.
Like you could say, like the best Rocky film since Rocky, the first Creed, the best Rocky film since 3. I guess you could say.
I like Rocky Balboa. I think Rocky.
A lot of people did like Rocky Balboa.
Yeah. And every time I rewatch them when a new Creed movie comes out, like I don't really have any issues with 5. And 5 is like, it's probably still my least favorite.
Sure. But
it's not a bad movie.
Yeah.
It's just that Rocky does a street fight instead of fights in the ring. And it's like, it's the same BS. It's just 2 guys fighting, and winning is like the greatest stakes in these people's lives. So,
but it works. It works every time.
Yeah, it does.
Like it's so funny how, because you are right, but damn, like it's just every time it's so emotional.
Because 4 is ridiculous, but the nostalgia of 4, Like,
Yes. And like
or
his
should be the
speech at
worst
the end,
one.
like why can't we come together? Like he basically ended the Cold War. At least that's how I understand it.
You're too young. You don't know what's going. You were what, 1 when that came out?
No, that was 87. When did that one come
Oh,
out?
okay, you were 4 when that came out.
Still, I
Still, I know, I know that history. I was there during that time.
Anyway, all right, so let's play a bit of this from the big game spot. I hate the big game thing. Just call it damn Super Bowl. Can't we just
Yeah, I
say
don't know what
Super Bowl?
the purpose is, or the
Is there a
legal
copyright
reasons.
thing or something. I don't know.
I'm ready.
Here I
Cause I'm ready.
Yeah.
come. You can't hide.
I want it all.
There may have been a time when Damien had your back, but he doesn't anymore.
So
Wait, is that Kang? Is that the guy who plays Kang?
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
he's having a moment.
Well, there was some talk on the Discord, which you can join if you're part of the Geek Dad Life Patreon,
Yes.
about Quantumania,
Mhm.
and me talking about how that dude who played Kang was my least favorite part of Loki. And thanks to Nick Dillinger, who came to my defense saying that, yeah, Ralph said that on Screen Geeks. He's like, this isn't a new take.
But here, let me just say this.
This looks good.
I didn't mind Jonathan Majors. What was it, the He Who Remains? Was that his name in the Loki show?
Something like that. Yeah.
I didn't mind it. You did at the time when we reviewed Loki on this
Mhm.
channel, or maybe it was when it was still on GDL Prime. But I really like Jonathan Majors. What was the first? He was on the HBO show Lovecraft Country.
I haven't seen that.
Great in that. And I gotta say, like, Michael B. Jordan is famous for being, regardless your sexual orientation, people find him hot, right?
Okay.
Like Michael B. Jordan is considered
Yeah.
one of the hottest people in the world. But I gotta say, Jonathan B. Majors, I don't know if he's his middle name. What I love is he's hot as well. He's got the hotness. Ralph, I don't know if you saw that Ebony cover that he's on with all the roses.
Do you
Hot
have one on hand?
As hell. No,
You
I was
sound
on the
like you,
internet.
it
All right,
sounds
rolling
like
on
you
the
might have a
internet.
poster. Can I just say something?
What?
I completely dropped the ball on the segue from Air to Creed 3.
What was the segue? What should you have done?
Michael Jordan.
Oh, damn.
I
Yep.
messed up.
Done.
And you know that what the B stands for, right?
What?
Basketball.
But come on. He's jacked.
That's
He's
not my joke.
handsome and hot as hell. Just gotta like slather some oil on him and play volleyball in the next Top Gun movie to really reach peak hotness. But yeah, to me, this is, in Rocky 3, it was like Mr. T beat him, right? Like, wasn't that the whole thing, Rocky 3? He lost
Yeah, Rocky
his
Fee was
fight, he had to
Thunder
get back.
Lips.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Thunder Lips, and then I was gonna say B.A. Baracus, but it was Clubber Lang.
yeah, Clubber Lang. But that whole movie was how, Rocky got to almost to complacent off of success. He lost the fight, the hunger. Is this going to be a similar type thing where Creed, Adonis Creed, has been successful? He lives in this lavish, home, and he's lost the eye.
No,
of the
it'd be
tiger.
nuts.
What?
No, it'd be nuts. And I know this isn't gonna happen.
Okay.
But this dude kills Creed, and Rocky comes back like in Rocky 3 to
Shut
take
up.
out this dude. How nuts would that be?
There's no way. Listen, I am bummed that apparently, Rocky's not in this movie. There's kind of, a bit of back and forth going on with Slim. You think all of that is some big radio play to try and hide a reveal for?
Could you, if Ralph was running the world, how amazing would that be if
That'd be
halfway through this
awesome.
movie
Creed and his
they
son are
killed-
dead?
and Rocky avenges them both.
Both?
But I guess that would happen in Creed 4, right? Wait, when did
Creed,
No, he dies in 3.
no, he dies
4.
in 4. He dies in, it's the
Okay.
beginning of 4.
Okay,
It's the
we got
whole-
next movie. We got Creed 4 to do that then. But dude, could you imagine? Could you imagine Rocky getting back in the ring?
He's listen, Sylvester Stallone still looks great for his age or whatever, but he's like 97. He can't. You're not going to beat prime Jonathan Majors.
What a great underdog tale. What a great underdog tale, dude. Dude. It's
Jack
called
Daniels-
Creed
I've seen
4,
this more. He
Rocky
comes like his
4.
Rambo and just kills him like that.
Dude, come on. You would if that happened, you wouldn't go crazy in the theater. You wouldn't start screaming at the screen.
I don't know. That would be a tough sell. Like, I realize we spent the first 30 minutes of this episode gushing about Michael Keaton, who's what, 70 in a bat suit. So I get the irony in me saying that Rocky
In Indiana Jones.
yeah. So I get the irony in me saying Rocky showing up to beat Damian Anderson, played by Jonathan Majors, is just too far fetched. But I feel like that's
It's
a
a
bridge
hell
too
of-
far.
It's a hell of a story, dude. Come on. Come on. And then he gets killed, and then Robert Jr. has to come in.
Was it Milo Ventimiglia played him in?
Yeah. Yeah, in the last two. He in Rocky Balboa and Creed 2.
Was he in
Shows
Creed
up
2? I don't remember
Yeah,
him being in
Shows
Creed
up at
2.
the end of Creed 2.
Oh, okay.
Because the whole thing was Rocky wasn't talking to his kid, and at the end they have a scene.
Oh, okay,
Um,
nice.
But dude, guys, Come
Adrian's
on.
dead, but on my walker, I gotta go fight for the kid. I gotta win this fight for the kid. Yeah, it's there's good. That's a good point. There is a lot of grandpappy energy happening this morning.
come on, dude.
Uh,
Just I'm imagining that movie in my head, and I'm having a good time. I don't know why I can't just also have a good time.
You're right. You're right. Why can't you? Why can't you? Okay. Ralph, what do you want to do next? You know what? You didn't have Mario Brothers on your list. The Mario Brothers.
Was there a trailer?
There was like a commercial thing or something like that.
Oh, I didn't see it.
So since I don't have that whatever, I can't do it.
I'm gonna go see it, and then we'll probably talk about it. Maybe, I don't know.
So if you're upset, just write in the comments, Ralph, why didn't you put that on the list when Jay was putting these clips together? And then
Yeah,
that'll be fine.
because I don't remember seeing it.
All right. We've got Guardians 65 and Fast 10 and D&D. Shit, we're already at an hour, so we gotta start going these quicker. What are you already
Okay, D&D. Okay, let's just say D&D.
Okay.
I'm gonna go see it.
Yeah.
Can I just say one thing about another Ralph hopes if he's running the world? This is what's happening in this movie.
Sure.
Is that these guys on this mission start realizing that all of their actions are being controlled by teenagers. And they have existential crises.
Yeah.
Like almost like a Lego movie.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
also I like that they have the gelatinous cube.
Yes, the gelatinous cube in there was great.
Like, and I want to say these are also made by the guys who wrote the first two Spider-Man movies.
They can't.
Oh,
have,
there's
they
the- yeah,
can't
there's
have
the
written
two.
everything. They can't.
Well, the Flash movie was supposed to come out like 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So,
People are
but-
upset about the no Mario, so I'll try and find it on YouTube real quick.
Listen, I will go see it. I can't wait to see it. And if we're available to do Screen Geeks, I will 100% do that.
I hope War Duke makes a cameo as well. Like War Duke needs to be in here.
Yeah. I'm not super well versed. I watched the cartoons when I was a kid, and then but that's it. And I know about the gelatinous cube because of
The toy
Noah's Arcade.
Oh no, okay, no, yeah. You screen record these trailers and save as files to play them back. Yep, exactly. I just screen record. And I try to trim them a little bit too, so that way, hopefully, maybe that throws off the copyright bots.
Yeah.
Or I cut them a little bit. Okay, we got to watch the commercial for Mario. All right, I'll pull it up. We'll close with the commercial for Mario. Okay. We got Fast 10, 65, or Guardians. Ralph.
Let's do 65.
Okay. 65.
Which I didn't know existed, and apparently a trailer came out last month, and then they posted.
You didn't. I
like
mean,
a TV spot. No, I had no idea this
in
was
front
a
of
thing.
movies too. At least the past few movies I've been to, it's been playing in front of them.
Fablemans.
Fablemans. God, again, Fablemans, Ralph. That's my favorite of the year.
I don't even know what my favorite of the year was.
And it may be recency bias because it's also the last movie I saw in theaters a couple weeks ago, but still, I absolutely adored it. It was like
I'm assuming. So I read the IMDb synopsis of this.
Sure.
And it's like an astronaut from Earth crash lands on an unknown planet. And I'm like, this seems to me like it's Planet of the Apes, but with dinosaurs.
Kind of.
Like it goes back in time instead of ahead of time. I don't know.
This line is what sold the movie for me, right? 65 million years ago, humans discovered Earth. That's a great movie tagline.
Oh, I have a theory. This asteroid that he crashes into that lands on this planet is the asteroid that should have taken out the dinosaurs.
That's cool. That'd be really neat. I also agree with Thunderhouse design here as well. It's too bad they spoiled the concept in 65. Would have been amazing to have that twist as you're watching the movie. It's almost like could the original Planet of the Apes work today where the shot of the Statue of Liberty like shocked everybody back then.
Yeah.
Today it would have been in the damn trailer, right?
Yeah. That's like every Terminator trailer has the twist.
Yeah.
Arnold's a good guy. John Connor's a robot. Sam Worthington's a robot.
Yes.
Like all this, those are all the twists.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, so cool. Cocaine Bear, do you want to talk about that at all? I might see it.
I might see it. That I saw were basically the same trailer that we already talked about on the last time we did trailers, but still.
Let's talk about Fast X.
Okay, well, Cocaine Bear is there and it's fun. I'm excited for this movie.
I like Elizabeth Banks. So
yeah, Elizabeth Banks directing. It has the guy from those awesome like IKEA employee TikToks, you know, the guy that like.
But it has Han Solo in it.
Wait, your Han Solo or the actual Han Solo?
Alden Ehrenreich.
Yeah, but it
has a Han Solo in it.
The guy who does those TikToks where he's like, "Hey, can you go check to see if you have it in the back?" And then he does this whole like rant about it. It's if you ever worked retail or anything like that, they're really fun. He's in the trailer though, so that's cool. Okay, which one you said? Fast 10?
Yeah, Fast 10. Do you have any? Do you watch the Fast and Furious movies?
So I am not a diehard Fast and the Furious guy. My Colleen is. She loves them, and she goes and sees them in theater.
Good. Okay. The only one I haven't seen is 6. For some reason, we didn't see 6 in the theater.
But I will say, and I've seen a few. I haven't seen all of them, but I will go with her from time to time. But it's not because I haven't watched every single one. And I don't see it every time they come out. Doesn't mean I don't like them or I don't approve of them. I think the concept. I just love how. Because every person, every teenager, whatever, when that first movie came out, watched Fast and the Furious. It was like it was always on the TV. But I love how they turned that kind of film, basically, was it Point Break, but with cars, into this fun popcorn series.
Spy franchise?
Yeah.
They're spies?
Yeah.
Special ops?
And it is about family. Hold on, here we go.
I got family.
And but yeah, it looks fun. Like they look fun. But what was your thoughts on it?
I'm excited, dude, because they somehow are able to make them more and more ridiculous.
Yes.
Jason Momoa is the bad guy in this one, which means he'll be a good guy in the next one.
Yep.
It looks like they got Brie Larson for one scene because every time they show her, she's in the same place. I mean, dude, it looks rad. Like all this stuff is all pretty par for the course.
Sure.
This
Yeah.
the Michelle this flip.
Yeah.
This should Michelle Rodriguez. Like it's like that's probably a real stunt, and
Uh-huh.
it's great. They're like, we also do real stunts instead of this crazy stuff. But my favorite, the absolute thing I went nuts for, is the very end when Vin Diesel says he should have taken my car away from me,
Hey,
and then he
yep.
drives down a dam.
Okay, I mean, I'm not a diehard fan of these films, and that was the scene. I was like, okay, you got me. That I'm in. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll play it right now. Here we go.
Yeah. That's the I'm Batman.
Yes.
You made one mistake. You never took my car.
Yes.
See you soon, Dom.
It was very much that I'm Batman.
Yeah. I mean, listen, dude, like there's like watching him in the theater where it's loud and everybody's laughing, like
Yes.
it's so great. It's such a great experience. And like of course Jason Momoa's in this. Like he's the next
perfect. He's
Yeah.
perfect to be added to the mix. And also, you know, there's the rumors for a while, since this is Universal and Jurassic Park is Universal, like they should do a Fast and the Furious with Jurassic Park, like, and have the dinosaurs and everything like that, like just dinosaurs in these car
They've
chases.
been saying for years to do it in space.
Yeah.
The last one, they went to space. Because get Chris Pratt in here
Yeah. Why not?
riding motorcycles next to velociraptors next to Dom Toretto.
Yes.
Like that's the greatest thing I ever heard of. 23 Jump Street becoming Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Here's my question. Scott D asks, is this Dodge Charger is it a different Charger every time?
It's I think he's always working on the same. I think it's his dad's car and he just fixes it. But
Okay.
if you look at a couple of scenes early, I don't know if you'll be able to find it. It looks like it buckles in half right there when he jumps
out of the plane. Yeah, look at
Yeah. Okay, and now that he's at the dam, look it. Now go back to where he's at the dam. So it's either different scenes, or look at his car's totally fine there, dude.
Yeah.
Look how pristine. Oh,
It's
I guess
a magic
there's
car.
something on the back. The back is a little ding. He's got a little ding on the back.
Yeah.
So it's a magic car.
It's a magic car. You're right.
I mean, I'm waiting for them to make like mask vehicles. I don't know why they haven't tricked them out with like crazy gadgets.
Yeah, I agree. Crazy shit. We gotta beat these dinosaurs to the DVD heist, because
But the thing is, Blue, the Velociraptor, who'd be the bad guy in Fast 11, would then become the good guy in the next one and would be sitting at the table with everybody else drinking Coronas, because that table keeps getting longer and longer with each film because everybody becomes a good guy. It's so nuts.
Oh my god.
John Cena's a good guy in this one.
You're right. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
hilarious. I mean, he was a good guy at the end of the last one, but it's just like they keep adding him. They keep adding. And like John Cena and Vin Diesel are brothers.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, but I'm here. I love John Cena. Like, I think it's great.
But that's what's great is like the suspension of disbelief is just
Yeah.
like it's out the window.
Yeah, it's like whatever. Cool.
Yeah. But that's what's great is they get it.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
understand what they're doing.
Yep.
Look at that car's pristine. Well, except the back, but
The thing is, I don't think they use classic cars. I think they use kit cars. They wouldn't destroy classic cars. And a lot of times they'll just use
no,
kit
they're
cars. I would-
building like 20
Yeah.
of these per movie.
Yeah.
It's probably all like fiberglass and stuff.
Exactly. Yep. All right, because those Chargers or Challengers, whichever one to use, are like really expensive. They wouldn't be.
Yeah.
All right, Guardians, and then I'll find the Mario thing.
They keep laying it on real thick that these guys are going to die in this.
Like, I can't, because the music too. The music's really sad.
The perfect society.
He didn't want to make things perfect.
I don't like that.
He just hated things the way they are.
Minor key. Even this would be like a fun scene. They're playing sad ass music.
But I think, I'm hoping it's James Gunn farting around with us. Because you know this is his last one. We all know he's gone over to DC.
Yep.
So it's like, is he going to kill off the characters? Like it's the perfect thing to get your butt in the theater.
Yeah.
Because you need to know what's going
like this scene. This is the one that's just like, okay, they're all gonna die. This little clip right here.
All to know that I'm grateful to fight beside my friends.
Like that's a "we're all gonna die" thing. That's an "we're all gonna die" quote.
But they probably say that in every movie.
Yeah.
Like the "We Are Groot" moment.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, I don't know if they're all gonna die, but I feel like Batista would want to play this character forever, but also Batista's career is like taking him in a way where he can do other things. So
I thought he said he's happy to never play this role again because he hates the makeup or something like that. I thought he did an interview saying that.
Again, this could be the narrative
that
they're all creating around this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think Drax
it's gonna be good.
Dead, Rocket's dead, Star-Lord's dead. Like they could I feel like it's gonna be a massacre. I feel like 90% of this crew is dead.
I could see this movie ending with Mantis and Groot.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Batista said he is done with the role to move on to more dramatic roles. Which a lot of actors have said that and have come back to a role. There's a great James Bond movie called Never Say Never.
That's not great. Don't ever say that movie is great.
He came back.
He came back out of spite. But yeah, I mean, like Diamonds Are Forever, he definitely came back. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like all of these guys being like, I'm not coming back, like, is making everybody antsy to see what happens.
Yeah.
This movie's gonna make so much money. Because people need to know.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
It's kind of that.
We should talk about it.
That more Marvel movies have that in where it's just like you need to go see it opening week because you don't want to be spoiled, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, man,
we're already setting ourselves up for sadness.
I'm depressed. Like I'm excited because I love the Guardians films. I love the Christmas special. We talked about it on this show.
Yeah.
Like I love the characters. I love what James Gunn has done with it. And it's a cast of characters that proved, and it may have to Marvel's detriment that, they're like, hell, they showed up for nobody even knew what Guardians was. We can do anything. And that hasn't been proven true in Phase 4, I think. But I'm just expecting a bloodbath.
Yeah. And knowing James Gunn, that can happen.
Exactly. He'll kill indiscriminately. But Jackman pretty quickly after saying I'm never doing it again is back to playing Wolverine with in Deadpool 3. So, like.
Yeah. He probably was just bored. Bored playing Wolverine, but like there's got to be some sort of new take.
Yes. Yeah.
And get him in the suit.
Yes. Brown suit, brown and yellow, or blue and yellow.
I don't know. I like both. I really like both.
I do too, to be honest. But for me, again, it's just that like what was the first Wolverine that I attached to is the brown suit Wolverine. So
yeah, I think I'm on. I think the first time I really gravitated towards Wolverine was the McFarlane Spider-Man arc with Wolverine.
Yeah.
And that was the brown suit.
Yeah. But I'll be fine either way. Just a classic-ish Wolverine suit.
Yeah.
Brown, yellow, orange. Yeah. Like I have the Marvel Legend brown and yellow there, right there. There he is.
I don't. I got that.
And I do have his classic version, or the yellow.
Oh, I see him.
Right there.
Yeah.
But the brown is closer to me. So that should tell you my preference. Jackman wearing a mask, yes or no? I say yes. Why not? Like do it. Do the Wolverine suit.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right.
I give him the white eyes like Deadpool that are animated.
Yeah. Absolutely. But again, I
Make him
wouldn't be
short.
upset if it was the blue and yellow. It's the suit he's used more. Like it was the original
classic.
suit, and then so I get it if they did I wouldn't be saying like I'm not gonna say it or anything like that, but I just would prefer it.
Have him wear the blue and yellow suit, and then he gets dropped into mud, and it looks like the brown suit. like how Deadpool 2 looked like he had the gray suit on when he was
Because he like
covered in
blew up
ash.
or whatever. Yeah, no, I can dig that, but just
Just do both.
to me, it's
Let's
like
just-
thinking of if they did brown suit, the brown Wolverine suit, I would get the hot toy. If they did the blue and yellow, I don't think I would get the hot toy.
It might look cool.
I know, maybe it's so cool I have to get it. You're right.
But I'm assuming we're gonna hear a lot of Wolverine origins jokes in this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's no.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way that's not.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mario Brothers plumbing.
I like how we're talking about something that didn't have a trailer.
Just just kind of
Oh, yeah.
Illumination did the trailer. We'll do.
We're the Mario Bros.
All right, here we go. Oh, did he do the cartoon? Oh,
I definitely didn't see if it has. I definitely haven't seen this.
We're the Mario Brothers, and plumbing's a game. We're not like the others who get all the fame. When your sink is in trouble, you could call us on the double. We're faster than the others, you'll be hooked on the brothers.
nice.
What?
Thank you, Super Mario Bros. It seems like the only thing you haven't drained is my bank account. For super service, call or text Super Mario Bros. Plumbing today at 9295.
More after this.
When that played during the game,
Yeah.
I sat there the whole time. I did get up to go to the bathroom, but it was like during halftime.
That's when they got you. So was this after the first half? Because I started Toy Geeks after the first half.
I did not see this at all. But that's the song.
Mm.
I'm so sold on this movie. I'm ready to go.
I think the animation looks great. I think there's a lot of fair, just like ribbing you do on Chris Pratt being Super Mario, but whatever. Like he's a good voice actor. He did great in the Lego Movie. So I think it's the broader problem with a lot of these animated movies, just cast celebrities in every single role instead of a voice actor. But that's not beginning with Super Mario Brothers. That's a long trend since Aladdin or whatever. So
but Stevie said, how did we miss that? And like she was there when I was going to the bathroom, so I don't.
SMB Plumbing.
I don't know.
Just go to smbplumbing.com. Let's check this out.
And that's not a 555 number, so
Ming.com.
I'm afraid.
Family
Fixing
owned.
pipe is our
Oh, it
game.
has a little.
Great.
It has a little glove. That's awesome. Is there any scrolling? Oh, I don't have a.
Look at the logo on the van.
Oh, that.
So they make a toy of that. You're getting it.
Yes. Have you seen the toys? Like somebody, I think it was in our Discord. Walmart put them out too early, and the toys look great.
Cool. We talking toys?
But yeah, that's awesome. What was that number? I'll call it real quick.
We're the Mario Brothers, and
It was like
Super Mario Bros. Plumbing.
Hold on, I think I can plug in my phone here to the soundboard. But go ahead, Ralph.
Do
Talk
it.
while I'm doing that.
I non-ironically like the Sonic the Hedgehog movies.
Oh yeah,
I think they're so fun.
they're
And I
great.
can't wait for Sonic 3.
Yep.
And but the Ralph, did you just ask Jay if he was getting a toy? But I mean, I'm glad this is all animated. My hope is that this movie does so well that Nintendo's like, you know what? We'll do Zelda and we'll do Metroid. I think a Metroid movie would be awesome.
Yes.
I think a live action Metroid movie would be amazing. Oh, like Emily Blunt or something? Is Samus?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I'd be totally okay with that because it's funny. Recently my boys have like fallen head over heels in love with Zelda Breath of the Wild. So like they're playing
Yeah.
it. Like my youngest Alex, who's only 5, loves it so much. For his birthday, he asked for one of the little portable Nintendo Switches, and that's what we got him. And and Connor was like, "Is there a good Zelda movie?" I was like, "Well, hell, they only like one Super Mario Brothers movie. Like they haven't really done it. Like
no,
and
they haven't done
that's really
anything.
cool. Yeah. But Breath of the Wild is one of my favorite games. Did you see the trailer for the new one? It looks awesome. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, let's call this number. I have my phone hooked up here.
Okay.
Let's see. We got 929
56 or 556
556
2746.
46. Here we go. Let's see.
All right. No, I'm not.
Thank you for calling Super Mario Brothers Plumbing. It's me, Luigi. If you need service, please text us at the same number you just called, 92955 Mario. That's 929-556-2746. Message us about any issues wherever you live, house, condo, mansion, and we'll be sure to text you back right away because at Super Mario Brothers Plumbing, we don't say let's wait. We say let's go. Oh, and check our website, smbplumbing.com. We're still working on it, so more updates to come. Bye-bye.
So that's Charlie Day, right? Charlie Day is
Charlie Day.
Luigi. He sounds good. He sounds really funny.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Doesn't sound like Luigi, but I mean, whatever, dude.
Yeah, it's
I'm good.
So there you go. Yeah, it's Charlie Day. I love Charlie Day. So there. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Ralph.
I think we covered all
Did
of
it
it.
all. One of the longest
Including
episodes we've
air.
ever done together. Almost an hour and a half.
Right. Yeah. And I have the whole day in front of me.
Very nice. Bosco, is that your ATM pin?
This is no, it's not. It's what, Seinfeld?
Yeah.
I wore this for Brick Something.
Oh, nice.
Brick
Oh,
Something who
that's
pops
cool.
up
You
in the
both went
chat.
to?
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. He's
And
not
it's
in the
football.
chat. I haven't seen him in the chat.
No, he's not in the chat.
Yeah.
But I figured it's football talk today, right?
It would be weird if they were doing fake Italian accents. I mean, hell, the guy who plays Mario in the video games is a white dude doing a fake Italian accent. So. Well, I woke up late. Start over.
All right.
All right. Well, that will do it. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. I'm on the wrong page here. There we go. That'll do it for this episode of Screen Geeks.
This isn't our music.
This is the music. This is Screen Geeks music.
This is Toy Geeks music.
This isn't Toy Geeks. Listen. That's the Screen
I don't
Geeks.
remember.
Wait, this is Toy Geeks. That's Toy Geeks.
I guess you're right. It's been too long, man. What's coming out? Ant-Man?
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man comes out next week. We're gonna do it.
Okay.
I think I'm singing on Sunday though.
Vactor, who was on the Avatar one that you refused to be on, he wants in as well. So maybe we'll bring him on, have a trio. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. They still haven't seen Avatar? I like it.
Screen Geeks. Oh, I thought we were starting over.
Just Black Phoenix wanted to start over. You're right. Oh, and I'll do it again. Geek Dad Life presents Screen Geeks Alive. No, we're ending it here.
Usually that's when I
Picard
drink,
starts-
take a big drink, but you didn't do it.
I do want to watch Picard. Season 3 looks really good. A lot of good stuff. Like so much stuff coming out. Mandalorian, we'll be covering that here as well. Like we're gonna be busy
no.
now. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, am I doing double duty? You guys aren't covering Bad Batch. I don't know. what's happening in
No,
Bad
we're
Batch,
not
but-
covering Bad. Honestly, Bad Batch had a
Show's
lot of
never gonna
filler in there, and I was like, but the past couple episodes of Bad Batch were chef's kiss, fantastic. But yeah, starting over like Sports Center. That's well the West Coast crew coming on and doing the next set. But anyway, it's a lot of things we got to cover here on GDL2 Geeky TV and Film Reviews. And yeah, we got I don't know, tons of stuff. So stay tuned, hit subscribe and the bell so you don't miss any of it. And until next time, hasta luego and goodbye.